Don't you know girls mature before boys?
That's bullshit and you know it.
Hello and welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast, the podcast where three men drink beers and gripe about horror movies.
Petite feet, feminine step, sounds like a lady when he's walking in the room. He's got
eat shit and die, Ricky.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
sounds like a lady when he's walking in the room. Now this is what a man sounds like when he walks. But this is what the dude sounded like when he walked.
Just so everyone's aware, there will be spoilers and plenty of nasty, nasty language.
But this is what the dude sounded like when he walked. Now this is what a man sounds like when he walks. But this is what the dude sounded like when he walked.
Now what? I believe that I've forgotten something. Now what can it be? Oh, I remember what it is. I knew I wouldn't forget. I just kept reminding myself. In fact, I tied a string around my finger so I wouldn't forget.
This morning on the way in, we're surrounded by people, and you go, "Isn't that hilarious? We made Tim watch a pederast movie." People are like looking like,
"Oh, I don't care. This people should know I say anything when I'm in the walkway. I'm not on company time yet. I can say fuck if I want or pederast."
Hello! Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. I'm John.
I'm Ben.
I'm Tim.
Cobra.
Who?
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
I don't know, man. I just showed up here.
Tell everybody who you are. You got 1 minute to plug your show.
Oh, God.
Just 1 minute.
I'm not even going to keep track, so just go.
And you've already used like 20 seconds of it. So, I'm Tim. I have a podcast with Ben over here, Hot American Filmcast. And we talk about not horror movies. So
Sometimes horror.
Yeah, we did Friday the 13th. But
because
for the most,
you have never seen it.
That's what I was just going to say. I don't really watch horror movies. So these guys decided to bring me out of my comfort zone and make me watch a movie with tons of pedophilia in it. And
this is one of the great slashers from the 80s.
I was impressed this go around. I hadn't seen it in probably 10 years.
I love it.
So.
Not a boob in it, and I still love it.
Oh, where can they contact us?
So you can find us on Facebook at WHA Filmcast, or you can email us at whafilmcast@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at the same thing, WHA Filmcast.
Or Tumble us. I don't even know if that
works. We're not dealing with Tumblr. It's annoying.
It's just a bunch of British people showing their dicks. That's all
That's
it
what
is.
Tumblr is?
You probably enjoy it.
Yep. Because one day I'm at work and I'm checking my Tumblr and there's dicks. And I'm like, well, that's the last time I ever go on here.
At work?
That's not good.
Yeah,
It's
just
like
add
dicks
that
and
on
13-year-olds.
Yeah, that's even better. The dicks aren't even like full-grown men; they're 13-year-old dicks.
Well, Hillary Clinton can get away with what she did with
Shut
government
the
email.
Don't bring your political views onto this show. It hasn't even got kicked off yet.
You shouldn't have anything to worry about, John.
Hey, how do you feel about Bernie backing her?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you don't feel good about it.
I'm still gonna write him in. Not voting for her.
You can't. She's a reptoid.
Not voting for douche either.
He's a reptoid.
Is he?
No, he's something.
It's a can of suntan lotion.
A penis with a mullet.
Gary Johnson 16.
There's some guy who's talking about how they're going to move consciousness into robots in 25 years, and he's running for president. If I can never figure out what his name is, I'll write him in.
What porn star this year is running for president?
Just vote for Bender. He'll end all of humankind.
All right, so...
Should we talk about this movie?
Yeah, sure. Sleepaway Camp.
This was actually in my top 10.
Oh, it was. I forgot.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I get back and listen to
My
that
number
episode.
10.
They're just murdering children left and right in this movie.
Yeah, these kids are actually kids in this movie.
Well, I need to talk about in fond memory of Mom.
Oh, that poor mom. So the beginning of this movie, the camp, it's showing like the aftermath, maybe?
It's very ominous. Yeah, the music is like... Doo.
And it's got, crazy music and kids talking over it, and I guess this is maybe in Rhode
Yeah, it
Island
is,
or
because
Boston.
the camp has a for sale sign on it. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah.
When you guys were growing up, because you're a little bit older than me, were there a lot of like camps like this?
How old are you, Tim?
I'm 31.
Oh, he's younger than me.
I didn't go to camp because I was exposed to Friday the 13th far too early. And
We
This
all
would
grew
make
up.
me not want to go to camp.
We grew up in the
Because I
same
would
area,
get
us
raped.
three, so we weren't really. We have Camp Ucoka, but that was like a Boy Scout thing.
I went there.
No, there was Camp Crestfield.
Camp Crestfield, we went there for like a 1 day.
5th grade.
5th grade nature
And then they had
thing.
Seneca Hills, I think, which was a Christian camp. But
So
I
people didn't
go
get
there.
hacked there. They loved Jesus.
They might have got touched there, but
Ew.
they hacked.
They probably did get touched
Keep
there.
your politics off.
Everybody
the show.
gets raped at camp. Public service announcement by Cobra.
That's probably why they're not around anymore. That's why I was asking.
Right?
So there's some kids swimming or in a canoe with their dad.
It's a boat.
It's a sailboat.
Sorry, I don't
A
know.
canoe?
Why do I have canoe written in there?
This?
No.
These notes are going to be really unreliable. I can tell already.
Starting off wrong.
Yeah, they're in a boat. They push their dad in. And meanwhile,
It didn't look like they pushed him in. And he's like, "You kids!"
No, he calls them schemers.
It kind of looks like he fell off.
Yeah.
He did.
They just
Yeah.
like looked like they were trying to get close to him and look at what was coming or something, and it fell over. But it doesn't matter because there's gonna be death soon.
Well, we have a water skier.
Skiing behind basically a John boat.
We have a camp counselor and a girl in a bikini in the boat, pulling the water, driving the boat that's pulling the water skier.
They're the lifeguards.
where are the
We get really bad dialogue.
what shape is this lake? Where are they headed?
They were.
What is
No,
happening?
they were
actually
too close
bend
to
time in reality
Right?
when they're on this boat.
The boat, you can see the shore because gay guys like, "Hey Bob" or "Hey Dave"
The dock's coming or something.
or so. Yeah, the dock's coming. We need to go. And the boat's near the shore, but wherever that motorboat
Well,
was
we
nowhere
got that
close.
shot of the camp across the lake, so we know there's a camp there. But this boat collision, I love this shit. That
Oh,
quick edit.
It just ramped that guy's head though.
The bodies look like manatees just floating there.
I can't believe the head's still attached. It looked like it just crushed it into the boat.
That guy died immediately.
Ramped it?
though.
Yeah.
Like they ramped the boat and then they were back in the middle of the lake again.
Somebody help this
The girl, you showed the water skiers sitting in the water screaming to help these people.
And now we meet one of your favorite characters.
Oh,
I think, ever
man.
in horror
Well, we
movies.
also we see the kids we saw had life preservers on, and we do see a life preserver come up from the water. and it's
Angela
all
and Peter
mangled.
were there, a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Very important that a boy and a girl were there.
Was that Angela?
Yeah. Angela died and Peter...
And then they just gave him... What? Shut up?
I don't know, well actually I don't know the other... Spoiler. I don't know if the other girl was named Angela.
That's what I was asking,
But she
okay.
named her Angela. We find out because it means angel of...
I'm just gonna
or
The
throw
angel
this...
Angel
Run
of just
her,
death,
right?
I guess.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw this
angel.
out there.
Angel of
This movie's 33 years old, but in the off chance you haven't seen it, watch it first.
I don't think
There's a-
anyone's not seen this.
There's a weird twist in this movie. Really weird.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like Ben and you're apparently way more perceptive than the rest of us, you'll understand what's happening right away. But
I
No.
didn't get it until after the fact. I had to do a little bit of reading and then everything kind of fit together. I was like, oh
No.
shit.
I didn't know what was happening. This time around, I don't think they did not do a very good job of who's the killer. Like
The only thing I'll say about that is at times it could be Ricky because they have like the boat shot when the first guy gets killed under the canoe. The head that pops up has dark brown hair and it's long and you
yeah,
can
but
see.
it's his. He says, "You, the boys back on shore will be surprised to see you here or something," and so you know it's a girl.
Well,
They do kind of try to present it like it's Ricky in a wig,
They try.
maybe.
I just don't think they did a very good job. Don't get me
I love
wrong.
when the owner just beats the fuck out of him at the end
He
of
looks
the
like
movie.
a fucking chimp.
He's like, "Ugh."
Is
He's
it-
never punched anyone
what's his
before in
name?
his life, for
What's his name,
sure.
Mort?
Mel.
Mel, that's it.
Mel, the
he's kind of
cigar
like
man.
what's his name, Mayor Vaughn, because he doesn't want anybody to know that there's like death in his camp.
Yeah, he keeps just covering up.
But I'm not 100% sure why. Because he still gets. If everybody goes home, is he gonna lose all his money?
We cut from the boating accident to apparently one of your favorite characters in horror films,
Yeah.
Cobra.
Yep.
Who is
Ricky's
this?
mother.
Yeah, she's something.
She is a lunatic. You're just gonna have to plug everything she says.
Just the entire conversation.
Oh my god. She's only there for 5 minutes, but her 5 minutes are spent making me laugh my ass off.
Her 5 minutes, she overacts like it's like 25 minutes of acting in 5 minutes.
Oh.
They do a skit on SNL where they bring a girl on and she's supposed to be doing the news, but she's doing it like she's an 8th grader, and it's all that over drama. Like it's.
Isn't she good? And you can't even tell if she's really a woman or a man.
That's
she's
what I was
Yeah,
wondering.
it's very ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes the killer at the end kind of even tying together better, which makes
Do you think that she is a guy? Because her hands are huge.
They are huge, but she's not. I swear I looked her up and she's a woman.
Is she the gay guy that was on shore?
No, that was Bob. Or David, I think.
Yeah, but what if he assumed a new identity?
Maybe they have a stamp a dozen card.
No,
for
because
sex
that's Ricky's mom. She's a doctor, by the way.
That's the doc that's coming.
Is she a
right?
psychiatrist?
At the beginning, the guy yells from shore, "The doc's coming."
I
That's
don't
what
know,
he's talking
because
about, right?
I don't know because they say that Ricky was away at camp. That's all that they like backstory because that's how she could
How's
make
this movie
Angela
harder
a boy.
to talk about
Ricky
than
maybe
we're
been
making
at
it?
the,
I don't
camp
know.
or whatever, they were at like their own personal
That's
camp.
what I think. Ricky was at the camp.
He was at the camp
while
and then
she had her sex change thing going on because she needed a girl, and Ricky wouldn't know that Peter was the girl if.
Spoiler, people.
Well, I mean, even back whenever like Peter and Angela or whatever the kids' names were, whenever they got killed, would Ricky have been at Camp Arawak whenever that
If you
incident
look up
happened?
Sleepaway Camp on YouTube.
I assume.
I think
But
Ricky
then
would be too young.
There would have been
to
a
be
funeral
camp.
too, though, probably, but we don't have to take
They
any.
leave that
doesn't
out.
matter in slashers. People just get chucked in the same
They had to cut
grave.
They had to cut the funeral for the 10-minute baseball scene.
I love that baseball scene though. How about that half shirt? Oh.
Can we talk about the
Those
child
half
molester?
shorts too.
The child molester?
Artie,
The
look at them
he
all. They're
kind
young
of
and
looks
fresh.
like a young Mark Madden. I'm gonna throw that out.
Does he have a
Hey!
tested IQ of 166?
No, he doesn't.
You
He's
might-
not a super genius.
Bada
That's-
boom, rapiest man in the room.
That's who he looks like, Mark Madden.
Hey, can we go back to that woman real quick?
Sure.
She is fantastic. Ricky asked if there's any chips in there, and she's like,
Of course.
a whole bag. How? Why do you need snacks? I mean, aren't there food there at the camp? Clearly.
What's the string around the finger?
So she would remember
What's she remembering?
to pack their lunch or
Pack
sign their
chips.
permission slips.
Get the physicals.
Get the physicals.
That's what it was. It was to get the physicals because she
since
couldn't have
she's-
somebody actually give Angela a physical.
Since she's-
Because he has a
Yeah.
wiener.
Since she's the doctor, could she just write off on that?
I
Mm-hmm.
think so.
She said I gave him a physical.
And this
Is
is where-
she a doctor or is she a psychiatrist?
She's a doctor, one way or the other.
Yeah. This
one
is where
way or the other.
me and you are in disagreement, I
It's not
think.
the words, but it's
Do you think
fine.
Ricky is in on this? Do you think he
I
knows?
don't. I don't think he knows because
Oh,
they
come
mentioned
on.
that he's away at camp. I think he's just protecting what he knows as his girl cousin, who
But-
went through trauma watching her dad and her brother get killed.
I think while he's away at camp, he leaves, and Peter is still a boy, and when he comes back, Peter is now a girl.
Did they do facial reconstruction?
we don't-
Because there's that one scene where the head's wrapped up.
How about Angela?
When
just
they bring-
staring? I don't know.
When they bring Angela home.
They use the same footage like for 10 minutes of the movie. Of her
Am I right?
By guy staring.
Did they do like plastic surgery? When they bring Angela home, the aunt, there's like she's wrapped.
Bandages,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's possible.
That's why I think Ricky didn't know.
Are we
He just
giving
knows-
too much credit to this movie?
No, it's fantastic.
We're really trying to find the intricacies of a cheap
We're
slasher.
diving really deep into this slasher because it's an actual twist that is.
Oh, it's a twist.
It's way more understandable than the last movie we watched. Now,
Which one?
Hey,
Happy Birthday to
shut the
Weaver.
fuck up.
Ouch.
I didn't mind it, but this one's better.
Really?
What are these counselors?
Tim's touching a pussy off screen.
Am
No
I
one can see
not-
that.
Am I not allowed?
Well, I guess if there's a pussy there, you might as well touch it.
What are these counselors?
Does your wife listen to the
yelling at?
show? That'd be kind of
It's gonna
funny.
be a long episode.
Attempt
John.
number 3.
Oh. Excuse me, it's Friday night. We normally do this Sunday morning. I'm
That's
a little
true.
more spunky.
Yeah, normally we have no energy at all.
I got Cobra spunk everywhere.
Just don't.
Just
I
wonderful.
was just about to say, don't throw your spunk everywhere. So, thanks.
Okay, there's a scene where the kids get off the bus and the counselors are just yelling shit for a good
This
minute.
looks like the prison scene in Shawshank where they're watching the newbies come in.
Yeah.
And we get the
Artie Mark Madden.
We get Artie, who is quote the head chef of the camp.
What does he say? Look at those young chickens. Or
no, he calls them baldies.
Baldies.
Yeah, look at them young fresh baldies. Where I come from, we call them baldies.
Where I come from, we call them baldies. And it is.
And there's literally 4 to 13-year-olds running around at this camp.
I'm more concerned about the 4.
Can you plug like just a Chris Hansen thing where Chris Hansen just sits there and he's like,
"What are you doing?
What are you doing here? Yeah,
sit down."
I'd love to suck, play and suck, play with and lick nipples and licking and you.
I'm more concerned about the 4 people standing next to Artie laughing it off.
The cook, one of them, cook, yeah.
One of them is James Earl Jones' father.
That's true.
Because his dad was in, or his son was in, that terrible
what are you
Star
saying?
Wars. Plug Bushes of Love.
I can't plug Bushes of Love. I can't take any more Bushes of Love. I can't take it anymore.
You have to plug it.
Know you really want someone to hold you, but we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love.
Now every listener is going to have it stuck in their fucking head.
So, we get Ricky who's told Judy's got tits.
Paul
tells him that?
Yep.
Paul is young Cobra.
We also quickly find out Judy's a cunt.
She's a massive... Actually, pretty much everybody in this movie is a cunt.
Yeah.
Meg, certainly.
So, we also get the head... We meet the head camp counselor who looks like a 45-year-old on steroids.
Ronnie! And he's got
Short
Bumblebee
shorts.
Tuna. His balls are showing. They're the shortest shorts ever.
Oh, yeah.
But I love Ronnie.
There's a lot of short shorts in this movie.
I could swear he could swim. Hold on, wrong. But he's got like, I don't know if it's a lisp.
It's New York.
But he's got like a little lisp to it, I think,
yeah.
too. It's funny. But he is all roided out.
One of the things that gives away early that Angela might be different is that she's staring at Judy.
Like, intentively.
Yeah.
Like right at her boobs.
Ooh, you
yeah,
think she's
like
attracted
I'm a
to
boy
Judy.
and I'm staring at your boobs. Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't either, but yeah. She stares intently at a lot of things, though.
If there's subtext in this movie, I'll be fucking... No way.
I'm telling you.
There's just no way.
This is an intelligent slasher.
There's some, like, Scream Factory came out, like, special editions of this, and I would love to see if there's, like, behind-the-scenes stuff, or...
There is for part 2, and it's very boring.
Oh.
So...
Alright, well...
Kind of like part 2.
Again, I'm going back to Artie as being the, quote, head chef at this camp. I don't know who gave him that title.
I would say Mel.
I don't think he went to a
Hey,
culinary
Mel
school.
is all... God damn it.
What did I tell you, Kat?
Mel is also a pedophile.
Oh
so
yeah.
We find that out.
Is Meg probably 16 or something?
I love that he's
only 58.
I love that the head chef is drinking Miller High Life as he's like cooking lunch.
The champagne of beer while you're cooking some gruel.
So, and it's also the largest pot of water I've ever seen.
Where the fuck do you get a pot like that?
I don't know. Back in the 80s?
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
we could have avoided getting burned, I'm almost positive.
Well, we don't live out in the city, so I know things like that wasn't sweet corn. I'm pretty sure that was feed corn for cows. Like,
yeah, it wasn't.
Wasn't sweet corn at all.
Oh, we're 8 years later, by the way, from the boat accident. I don't think we mentioned.
I thought you said 8 years later, like a corn joke. But...
8 years later.
8 years later.
So, pedophile guy takes Angela to the back room to give her a dick sandwich, but she's not into it.
Immediately
so,
whips that out.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
we got something you'll like.
It's not pudding.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Ew, Bill Cosby.
Jello brand pudding puffs. New chocolate vanilla swirl.
With the pudding.
Oh my God.
Somehow Ricky finds her.
Well, I think he goes over to the girls. He's like, "Where's Angela?" And they're like, "They took her in the back to get some food." And he's like, he goes back there. And...
Which definitely means she's getting raped.
We also, Artie is really pissed and he punches a box.
What if Angela goes this route? She whips her dick out and she's like, sends this guy over. Just
she seems very strong. This is a murder. She might have been able to pull that off.
I mean, she put a knife through plastic this thick through a shower and still stabbed a girl.
That could have been a way this movie went.
That should have been the way.
So the cook is up on top of this gigantic fucking.
How many gallons?
I don't know.
It's like 30 gallons.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's like a drum.
Unnecessarily huge.
And we get like a POV.
How are they gonna get that down? How did they get it up there?
How did they get the water in it once they got it up there?
How did they fill that thing up? It's a.
How many days did it take for that to boil?
I was gonna say, like, they had to have started the boil at 6 a.m.
Well, I like how he's like, oh, it's not boiling yet. 10 seconds later.
I guess he knows. It's his pot.
Well, the pot falls on him and he burns himself. These are some
Well,
effects.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall
Someone
on him.
sneaks up behind him.
We see
while he's on a
giant
chair.
hands.
Well, as he falls, he brings it down on top of himself.
He grabs a shelf.
He
and
could
he's
have
like, "It's you! Get out of here! Stop that!" And he could
escaped the situation.
He could probably fall to the right or fall to the left.
He had like 3
Or-
solid minutes to get out of the
push his fat ass off the wall.
But he grabs the pot and he dumps them on himself.
I think the pot hitting him would have killed him, not the boiling water. That thing had to have weighed.
And he didn't even die though.
No, we get
He's just in
no
crazy
less
pain.
than a minute and a half of constant scream.
It's long, but doesn't his face look good?
I like
It
the
does.
effects.
Right?
It does. I was
Right
impressed.
about here is when he burns himself, and that's when my wife was like, "What the fuck is that noise?" I noticed how the ink turns color because I had to come back later and watch it. So
He just kept screaming.
Oh yeah, it was.
And then what's the doctor say?
He's burned over.
Yeah, but he says something about the pain and why he's
I
screaming.
can't imagine the pain that he's in.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, thanks,
I told him
Doc.
today I imagined he went to visit Cropsy at the burn unit.
That's
'Cause
what-
Cropsy
I got
would've
a
still been
Cropsy.
there.
I got a Cropsy vibe off this burn scene with the hand plate, like when he's screaming.
You could see the skin bubbling too. It was a good
Yeah, it
effect.
was pretty
That
good.
was good.
It was.
And we
So Mayor Vaughn's like, "Hey, minorities, shape up."
get
Pay
the
more.
we get the
Yeah, I'll pay you more. Just
we
this
get
was an
the
accident.
we get the stereotyping black.
It's strong in this. Like the goatee with the pedophile and the black guy.
Why yes.
Did you guys
Yes,
catch those disgusting fly strips in the
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
why you
They
could
were all
never go
over.
to camp. You get botulism and all sorts of disgusting things, and raped for sure.
And now cut to.
the sexiest sporting event you've ever seen, the
What?
baseball game.
I was gonna say butt sit-ups. No, nothing. Nobody saw the butt sit-ups.
I saw butt sit-ups.
Ah,
Oh,
right.
Is this when what's his name, Mozart or Beethoven? What
Yeah,
do they call that
yeah.
kid?
I just have ass written on a line. That might be what that's about. That might be what that's about.
It's
Yeah, that's right after the chef gets taken out of his mind over matter.
Yep. And then we go to the baseball scene where everybody's wearing
which
shorts.
I haven't
Short
seen
shirts.
a sexy sporting event like this since Goose and Maverick were playing volleyball because of this.
Oh
Wow,
man.
Are there 2 baseballs in play at one point?
possibly.
I'm pretty sure.
I
I'm
would
pretty
not
sure
doubt
that
it.
there are.
That left-handed guy in the half shirt is.
The one that
Yeah.
one that just covers his
I
tits.
I can't avoid this. That guy was a.
Also, I have the one guy looking like Steve Perry. He has a Blue Oyster Cult T-shirt on. Good
It's
for
an
him.
awesome shirt.
Yeah, good for him.
So they're talking at the.
Oh, there's a Cobra shirt on one of them.
Somebody calls somebody a chicken. I need to.
It's
plug
an actual
cheep.
Cobra. It was a snake.
Someone calls somebody a chicken.
Betray me, you're not good. You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
We can
Note to self.
How many plugs are we allowed? I might have more.
I think I can. I can probably. Get
can
a
we
bunch.
praise the swearing in this movie?
Ricky.
When
off
I
the
hear
charts.
cocksucker in a movie,
Oh, it's good.
It's a good feeling.
Ricky is off the charts.
it's
with
just
the
not
swear
the
meter.
normal asshole or dickhead. It's
No.
cocksucker.
And it's weird. In the next one, they play it down so much. They're just like breasts. Because Angela's like slaughtered people that I don't know. There might be one fuck in the whole thing, but there's nothing like
Nothing like
Yeah, the
this.
language takes a total turn.
cunt or
There's
it's
also
all like
the word
screw
fornicating.
you.
Yeah,
Fornicating. Yeah.
What's that place called where you get food at a camp?
Canteen.
Canteen. They're at the canteen. And
It's literally
Have you been to
written.
camp?
Oh, is it? Okay.
No,
Are
it
you
was
sure? Were you raped, Tim, at camp?
it was spray painted above the door. It said canteen.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
And they called it canteen like 7 times.
That place looks shady.
I wouldn't have gotten
Like
it otherwise.
you could get tetanus walking into that place.
I call it the mead hall, like from Beowulf.
And that's very fitting though for this.
Wow,
You're always surprising me with your culture.
you're a
Thank you.
scholar and a gentleman sitting over there.
It's this beer. It makes me really smart.
We're drinking very good beer tonight.
So,
We're not going to elaborate on the beer.
Magic Hat number
Magic
9.
Hat number 9.
Come up with a slogan
It
for
is
it.
delicious.
And this should be the last episode of John because apparently his wife's going to kill
Number
him.
9 is always fine.
A performance in every bottle. That's what I'm seeing.
And that's not as cool as what I just said, I don't think.
Number 9 is fine.
Things
With
that,
natural flavor.
things that rhyme
good
are
one.
really fine. And they're always a good time.
All right. If you can remember all of that. So these two guys are trying to get Angela to go with them down to go skinny dipping, and the one
Are you
guy's
sure
like,
that's next?
yeah, the one guy's like, watch how
Yeah, I
Pro
have.
handles it, and he goes,
Now,
Wait, I got...
I have the softball
There's
game.
a dance.
Ricky. We get the first outburst of Ricky at the softball game.
eat
And-
shit and live. I remember that.
Oh, that's the best part.
I don't know, but he's not
Shit
backing
and
down.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
I like that line.
That was the best line of the movie, I think.
Yeah, Ricky's a badass. He's establishing himself as a 12-year-old who will not back down from the 35-year-olds who are picking
But
on
he's
him.
pretty scrawny.
He is, but...
He has spunk, though.
And he's protecting his little...
It's already spunk,
his
but he has spunk.
Oh, he might have got raped by Artie.
He might have.
Or Angel.
He's been... I think he says... Well, him and Paul have
It
been
is very
friends for 3
incesty.
years at camp, so... He's probably been getting raped for a bunch of years.
They've been best friends for years.
I do have the word dance with a question mark.
Yeah,
but I
they go
don't
to
know.
dance and they have music and Angela just stares.
Okay.
And somebody calls Angela Looney Tunes.
It's pretty
Which is
Judy.
good
Or
one.
Meg.
I thought that was
We also
pretty good.
get... one of
31
Ricky's
minutes in.
friends... Ricky's best friend starts warming up to Angela, talking to her, trying to
Yeah.
hit on her, basically.
Which is weird. Because she's a dude.
Well,
Hey
he
girl, I
Now
seen
he
that
doesn't
ball.
know
He doesn't know that.
Yeah. There's a part later in the movie where Meg throws her in the water.
Yeah.
She had to feel that wiener on her shoulder.
That's
when
what I
she was
thought.
carrying her.
So I didn't actually. I accidentally found out that there was like some kind of transgender thing going on with this, but I didn't really know the details or which one it was in. I found it when I was looking for the stream for it, and as I'm watching, I'm like, as it's going on, I'm thinking like, Angela's got to be tranny. It has to be. And then whenever she throws her over her shoulder, I'm like, how doesn't she feel a dick? I
Yeah.
don't know for sure there's a dick there yet, but I'm positive.
I don't
It has to
think
be there.
tranny's the popular nomenclature anymore. So
What do they
It's
call
not
it?
transgender.
Transgender.
All right, we're socially relevant this week.
We are.
Shit.
I won't bring my politics.
No,
in.
I have to be
Sorry.
responsible. I turned the TV or the laptop around when I was watching this. I showed my wife a picture of Angela staring, and I'm like, "Can you tell me what her secret is?" And immediately she's like, "Is she a boy?" I'm like, "Wow."
She's not in real life though.
No, I was like, "How did you know that she's actually played by a girl? How did you know that?" And she's like, "Okay." She looks like
I'm
a
pretty
boy."
sure she'll... I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Have you guys seen Return to Sleepaway Camp?
No.
That's
Looking
the new
forward.
one, right?
Looking
Yeah,
forward.
it's the 4th one.
I actually feel inspired to watch the rest of the series after this.
Yeah.
So I'll get there.
Will you coming back for 3 and 4?
I didn't know we were doing 3 and 4.
Yeah, we're doing the whole series.
Yeah.
We'll probably do it in 2 weeks.
Then yeah.
We get the late night canoe ride. He wants to show her.
Someone just got murdered in Mercer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you live in a town. That was a.
That was a big bang.
I'm so used to it though. I mean, there's
You-
explosions, and then shortly after this, you should start hearing some.
Or maybe
engines
that was like a
revving.
meth lab explosion.
That's true too. Maybe it was next door. I don't know.
You,
Are you guys cooking up meth over there?
You don't live in the worst section of Butler, but
Butler.
or.
No, I don't. You're right.
I don't think he lives in any section of Butler, to be honest with you.
I lived in Butler once. It wasn't pretty.
We are at the
what's-
skinny dipping scene.
Yeah, what's the kid's name? He wanted to show.
Kenny.
He wanted to show some girl his water snake.
I think it's Kenny. Because there's going to be a water snake coming out of his mouth later.
That's an awesome shot.
Foreshadowing.
Yep.
It is. It's great.
I have what is it?
Or maybe he's
15
talking about
men's
Angela's
naked
water
asses. Insert John joke here.
No, I have it back here. The gay guy yelled, "John!"
Yeah. See, everybody, you got 5 seconds to make a joke. We'll go around the table. Lambert.
What?
Sorry, Cobra. Cobra.
What? I wasn't listening.
You're on your 2002 cell phone.
Go around the other way,
Right,
and I'll
I'll-
just guess at what's going on. And I'll throw it.
15 men's asses. Insert John joke here. Cobra,
Well-
you got 5 seconds.
Wait, can you skip
I've
me?
got mine
I need a
picked out.
beer. Are we just coming up with a slogan? What are we? What's the? I don't. What's the
Of
thing?
all the people.
Just make fun. I got
15 men's asses on a dock. Insert John joke here. Free shot
At you!
Free shot.
Oh.
I want to see your creativity flow.
If you don't hurry up, I'm gonna take it.
Just take it, man.
Take
He's
it.
so confused.
Take it.
John, you texted me and said show up at 5, not 4:30.
Mm.
Cobra texted me and said you might want to make it 4:45 because John blah blah blah. And I said John texted me. You called him a cocksucker, and I almost texted you back and said John's sucking some cock behind the courthouse.
That's why he's gonna be 15 minutes late.
That's fine. It's a good joke. But it took longer than 5 seconds, man.
It doesn't
There's
matter.
a criteria for this.
I like it.
New kid here.
I was
know
on
you
my
well
phone.
enough.
I was so confused on what was going on.
There's a way that we pay the server around here, and
John does hot dog tricks, we call them.
yeah.
Did you eat those hot dogs you got for a birthday present?
I got rid of them. They smelled so bad.
Oh.
They weren't expired.
But they sat on a hot table for like
They were
3
cooked there.
hours.
They're fine. You should have just ate them like that.
They don't cook by leaving them in the sun.
Yes,
That's
they
not how it
do.
works.
This isn't Texas.
The sun is hot and it's like a fire.
I want to talk about the mustache on that cop.
First of all, Kenny dies.
He was a good swimmer. I thought he was.
Yeah.
I hope
I
I'm
hope I
wrong.
was wrong. I don't know what Kenny rose a girl out in the
Again,
middle of the
Ronnie's
lake.
balls are showing because his
Yeah.
shorts are even shorter, or maybe they're the same shorts, but
I don't. Yeah, he
They're
kept wearing those red shorts throughout the whole movie. So.
So short. The
Okay.
shortest of shorts.
Kenny rows a girl out to lake, right?
yeah. And they start rocking the boat.
Rocks the boat. She falls out. Was that a plan to get laid somehow?
He wanted
Yeah.
to show
Is
her
that
his
how-
wonder snake.
I think he
Yeah.
wanted to at least, if you get a girl wet, she's got to take her clothes off, right?
Which what are we
Maybe.
talking about?
Both.
Yeah, but he only
If she-
accomplished one in this instance.
If she had a moist vagina.
Labia.
Yeah, when did you start being proper? Labia.
Usually call them labia.
Well, I was gonna go pussy, but then I thought that was kind of dirty.
That's even too dark for
Glistening.
Fun.
glistening
I'll allow
makeover
it.
spunk.
Uh,
Have fun editing this.
We're 44 minutes in.
I told you it's gonna be a long episode.
What happened? You guys got off track.
Kenny's under the boat singing songs to himself.
What was he singing?
I don't know. Hey, Barbarino.
Were they as good as Meg when she's
Wasn't
in the
it?
shower humming to herself?
Oh, that was the worst fucking tuneless humming ever.
See if you can follow me on this one. How does
Right.
Angela get out to under the boat without anybody who's standing on shore seeing her get in the water?
How
when
does
the boat
Jason-
is right
So-
there.
How does Jason?
I know swam way off.
Yeah.
Did she swim in from the lake?
And it's a big shoreline.
Yeah.
She has some uncanny tracking abilities, and she's also really fucking good at just running through the woods and showing up places.
That was Jason Voorhees.
Sure.
Have you seen any of the Friday the 13th? other
First
than
one.
Just that one?
Just the first one.
Which
Wow.
you haven't really seen Jason yet, so.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
saw,
haven't.
you saw
Spoiler.
linebacker Betsy
I mean,
Palmer.
kind of. but
Betsy
not really.
Palmer
With Harry
tells
She had
us
hairy
a
fucking
little bit.
knuckles.
Oh yeah, Betsy Palmer was places where she probably couldn't have been.
She threw a body
Oh, yeah.
through the window, then got back in her Jeep and drove the Jeep up to the camp. So, she's a telomorpher. That's where Jason got it from.
Yeah, I mean that comes from the parents' genes. I'm pretty sure.
It's on the mother's side.
Right?
Yeah.
Has to be.
So after this kid dies,
Kenny.
we get Mel. This is where we see Mel really trying to cover up.
It was an accident. He drowned.
But Mel is one hell of a dresser. His clothing choices are fucking unbelievable.
He's always got that big old stogie.
Always,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's
Should we have a social for Mel drinking
He has a
smoking.
smoking.
or smoking?
He also has a hell of a toupee on.
Yes, he does.
Are you sure?
So he's got to go tell the boys' parents. Yeah. The parents are probably like, oh, darn.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll make
I mean,
another
if you
one.
send your kid to camp, you probably hate them.
There's an expectation that they're
Right?
going to die.
Right?
In the
At
80s,
least get
absolutely.
raped, but
Or I was gonna say, or get
Yeah.
molested by the head chef.
This is gonna work. This is where you're gonna learn that life is shitty.
Yeah. If you can survive this,
You see trouble, run.
So the girls are playing volleyball,
and Angela's not.
but Judy has one pigtail like that dumb fucking girl from Napoleon Dynamite.
Do you have a problem with Judy?
I might have a little problem with Judy.
Why?
She's a fuck. what do I
She's a
have?
massive cunt.
That's what I have, cunt.
I have. Where is it? Dick, fucked, hard, idiot, fuck.
You use fucktard too? I love that
Yeah.
line.
Well, I attached dick to it.
No,
Dick,
fucked
fucked,
hard.
hard. That doesn't sound.
I think
good.
she's fine.
She's a goddamn motherfucking shitty fucking shit fuck.
Aw, she's not, like, horrible.
Somebody is hitting on Angela though.
Paul.
Ricky's
Paul.
friend.
He's like, who is
And
it?
we
And she's
say-
like, what'd she say? George Washington or Christopher Columbus.
I don't remember.
Oh, the Marco Polo thing?
Was it Marco Polo?
Well, no, he did like the.
Behind her,
Oh,
yeah.
no, fuck, it
And
wasn't
she's
Marco
trying
Polo,
to guess
Jesus.
who it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
That
She
it was.
does say a
Angela-
president, though.
It was someone famous,
Yeah.
right?
I have Angela's kind of likable. Actually.
She's talking now.
Yeah.
She's more likable when she's talking, and you know,
She smiled even maybe
she
once.
kind of
at
has a
Paul.
tragic past. So Angela's all right.
I'm gonna guess she had no say
No,
in what
No,
happened to
I
her.
would say no.
I've heard Judy drop the Q word.
I have that
You-
way
you can
down
say
here. Queer. Yeah.
Queer.
Way down at the bottom.
You want to say it, Tim?
Queer.
There we go. Everybody.
I think
did.
we all
Everyone's got
I
it.
think we all.
Sweet toast.
We all grew a little bit. Somebody did a shaving cream trick to somebody too.
Oh, they picked on a
The
kid that
kid
got
with
the
the
ass in the
knife.
face.
Did he fall asleep with smut
So, real
on his
quick,
chest?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Playboy.
Just fell asleep with it.
With his
Great.
hand out,
Yeah.
stick out.
Whipped cream trick.
And clearly a shaving cream attack warrants a knife attack. Or shaving cream prank warrants a knife attack.
Yeah. Right?
That's an appropriate response.
And then, the most responsible guy in the movie takes the knife and he says, you'll get it back at the... This guy is kind of responsible, right?
And then
You know
he
what's
just
funny?
puts it on a shelf
Yeah.
at eye level underneath a dirty
You
box
could,
strap.
you could definitely trust kids back then in the 80s.
What I
Oh,
find,
yeah, totally.
What I find
That's-
funny is Ricky was the one that was being attacked, and he's the one that was like, "He was just
Yeah,
kidding."
it was just kidding. He didn't mean to stab me in the neck. And we really need to talk about just
Bombastic.
Angela's, before she
Oh, that stare.
talked, the
Are you-
stare.
Are you insinuating the production value of this movie is not par?
I don't know.
Just saying.
I might. You know what? I have it right here.
What was the budget of this movie?
I'm gonna.
It's 300
350,000.
Yeah, something or
350,000, that's it?
I got 358.
Amazing.
That's it.
358,000.
350,000?
That's 300,000 more than they needed.
This
I might go with him. I'm sure the camp
penis
renting
effects
the
at the
camp.
end? And her growling, green
That was
screen.
40,000 of it right there.
Oof.
There were some...
The rest was for Artie's bubbling skin.
That was a really good...
That was legit
effect.
good.
What's,
That and
movie-
Penny with the Snake.
How much?
Yeah,
Those
did,
are both good.
how much? Did,
350,000, this movie is...
how much did
fantastic.
James Earl Jones' father cost?
Yeah, this was after Star Wars, right?
It's a known name, somewhat.
So they pay him.
What's his name? Robert.
He probably actually
Earl?
did get that
Robert
$50
Earl
more
Jones.
a week.
Robert Earl Jones. I think so, right?
Robert?
We'll go with it.
All right.
James
John?
Fact. Maybe it's James Earl Jones Sr.
Are we at the bee killing?
Almost. Angela and Judy are getting in. Well, Judy's yelling at Angela while Angela's staring.
Judy flirts with Paul at some point.
Oh yeah, she does.
Judy has Oh, I forgot the scene earlier when she's in the canteen and she's getting mad at Angela for talking to Paul. She's staring at him, and the two guys on either side of her are just nodding, not to anybody or anything. They're just not like that. They're just going. Yeah.
You have to think that was just a cut scene that they threw in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of B-roll.
To throw to
That
get it.
baseball scene wasn't long enough. We had to add 10 seconds.
Yeah, to get it feature length.
How long was this movie? Like 89?
84.
84?
Yeah,
Perfect length.
Yeah.
For a movie like this, perfect. Yeah.
The other one was kind of long, and it was only 79.
So Judy says something.
There was, and you shouldn't have. You should never say a movie would have been good at 65 minutes, but it would have been.
This movie would have been a great short.
So Judy says something about flat as a board and needs a screw.
Carpenter's dream.
Yep.
Flat as a board needs a screw.
So the counselor slaps her.
Well, she calls her a cunt or a bitch or fuck. She says fuck off, and then the only nice girl counselor bitch slaps her.
Yep.
You could do that.
Yeah, back then.
Angela could have dick slapped her.
Yeah,
that
mushroom
ability.
stamp.
She should use it more often than she does.
Okay, when
Could've
we
teabagged her, too.
went to elementary school, because 3 of us went to the same one, our 4th grade teacher had a paddle that had like 10 holes in it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
would spank you
Physical.
if you got out of
punishment
line.
was-
Now I never got one, but that couldn't have felt good, and that shit would not. Why was that shit okay then, but now it's not okay?
My first grade teacher pulled a girl up by her hair out of her
Reap?
desk.
Reap the creep.
Busted
remember her.
yardsticks over her ass. Like,
This was okay.
right in front of all of us.
This was late 80s, early 90s, people. People were getting beat, and it was okay.
America's a bunch of pussies now.
It's a fact.
I don't want to get hit with. The other day. This is
No,
good.
but
Speaking
if
of
you messed
pussies,
up, you
the other
got
day
hit.
I was out in the yard and I'm cleaning up sticks and I smack
Speaking
one
of
off the
pussies.
leg. Yeah. And I smack one off the ground and it comes back up and hits me in the ass. And I'm like, holy shit, that hurt. How could anybody want to get hit with a stick like that? And I'm like, Garrett, don't ever let anybody hit you with a fucking stick. It hurts so bad.
Hey, that's why Adrian Peterson got suspended a full year.
Yeah, I know.
He deserved to be. That's why I don't watch football anymore.
Why?
Because they're all.
He disciplined his child like
They're
he
all-
was taught when he was younger.
You would beat one of your children with
I
a
wasn't
stick.
disciplined like that, but I was spanked. And do I spank my daughter? Yes. That's how you grow up.
Hey,
Because
stop
you're-
for a second. Keep your politics off the show.
Because your father didn't have to discipline you because those eyes of his just cut right through you.
Or when he yelled.
Yeah, old chief.
I still love Wes's first encounter with him. He came down the steps
Drunk
naked with a
naked.
pillow. Hey, who's this guy? Chief's balls are out. Hey. Oh, man. Anaconda, by his name.
Oh, right.
The
'Cause
podcast name.
That's how nature works.
That's right.
What's happening?
Cobra's father is Anaconda.
Snakes. That's what we're talking about.
Peg, hug me. You remember that? Just wanted a hug.
Oh, man.
So Angela is walking somewhere, and there's a bunch of kids up on the roof with water balloons.
She gets nailed.
She gets hit pretty hard.
She
It's
gets shot.
the baseball boys that lost earlier.
Mm.
The fruity ones.
And that's...
They have awesome
I'm so-
feathered hair, though.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they
There's
didn't hit
also
her,
a little
actually.
fat blonde kid that hangs out with him. He's real short.
He's like
Oh, yeah.
9.
Yeah. But
That's why we couldn't see a boob in this movie, because kids
that-
were actually underage. I
All
think.
right. There's a variety of. Is it just miscasting, or we need somebody throw them in?
The real young
Because
ones?
we have kids at the camp who are anywhere from the ages of 8 to 35.
This is why I
No.
keep asking about this
30
kind of
at
shit.
least.
This is
The
exactly
count-
the same as the burning.
No.
Young kids, old kids,
But
kids
these
who are
are like
30.
Judy and
Mel
Meg.
is 78,
Yeah,
and
but he's
for
the-
some reason Meg.
Yeah, but Meg is 17. She's the head counselor. That's what I have.
You're
Yeah,
guessing.
but I'm
You're guessing
thinking.
on this one.
I'm
She's
thinking
probably.
they
You
just.
don't. Are you going to go to camp when you're 18? Probably not. You go.
I was gonna
drive.
go
She's
lower,
definitely
but-
16,
okay.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking they wrote it for a certain age, and they just couldn't get somebody to play that age, so they're like, we got to get somebody, and they got like a 78-year-old Mel instead of, I don't know, 40-year-old Mel. I'm just
Would
saying.
that have been more right? 40-year-old Mel and 16-year-old
I think this guy was just really
The only way you can make this right
Chris
is
Hansen.
She goes after
25-year-old Meg
him.
or an
That's weird.
18-year-old Mel. One or the other. That's the
Maybe
only way
he
you can make
gives her
this right.
money or something. Who
That's
the
my
fuck
guess.
knows?
Or she's like, I'm gonna have power in the camp.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because or maybe she just wants a good cooked meal because she was like, remember the dinner you promised me? Yeah.
I love how
Come on,
surprised he
Corn for
looks.
cows.
Come up to my
But
house.
fireside.
He has a look on his face like he had promised that to all girls working for him, and this one finally took him up.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
I bet he
yeah,
did.
Yeah, I do.
I bet he did. You fucking old
Shit, now I got a
perv.
shot for food.
Shit, have to get SpaghettiOs.
Alright, so Mel does run up and he's like, he catches Ricky swearing like crazy. That's when he says cocksucker.
Yeah, he says
That's after the
Fucking-
water balloon.
Fucking
Yeah.
kill you,
And
cocksuckers.
he's worried that she's
I
gonna
love that
catch.
swearing.
She's worried that she's gonna catch pneumonia.
It's like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's summer camp.
I missed that. He's really worried that she's gonna catch
Yeah.
pneumonia from getting
And-
hit with a
and
water
then
balloon.
He says that before he walks away with his plantar fasciitis socks.
They're fucking nice, though.
Fucking Joel Madden.
Oh,
Oh,
the,
no.
is he the coach of the Cubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the coach of
It's
the
like I heard it was plantar fasciitis or fasciitis.
Yeah, he's a cocksucker.
Yeah. All right. I got that off my chest. Thank you.
So Ricky and all the kids
Don't
from
bring
the water
your baseball
balloons,
politics onto the show.
That's fine. I'll just call them baseball facts.
Ricky and all of the water balloon kids get banned from the canteen. Ricky because he's an excellent swearer.
Yeah.
He is.
Is
the
this
best
why?
swearer.
I think you should get privileges for that.
Yeah, but at the end,
Yeah.
Ricky's not at the canteen.
You should get
'cause
dinner with Mel.
I think
Yeah,
he's got the
exactly.
he's got the squirts from eating lunch. Because he's like, oh man, my belly. You know why? Because that new fucking guy's cooking and he can't cook.
Who? James Earl Jones' father.
Yeah. Maybe
Make
the
some good
pederasser
barbecue.
was a chef.
Oh wow.
Well, maybe they should have just.
Good
went-
catch.
I
Because
just thought of it now.
They bring that back. You're right. You're like, this food's fucking terrible.
Yeah, made Ricky sick.
I don't think that the chef earlier could cook that food either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's just terrible food.
Probably. I mean, they were trying to feed the kids feed corn instead of sweet corn.
You got a bunch of hungry teenagers. What do you do?
Yeah, I guess just chop it.
So Paul follows Angela down to the lake at night and is chasing her around and goes, "Wait till I get my hands on you," and wait till I get my hands on your dick.
All I could think of, I think he snuck a kiss from her earlier, and all I could think of was from Ace Ventura when he's like, "What would you know about pressure?" Oh, I have kissed a man.
Finkel.
And this
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God! Einhorn is a man.
Thanks, Ben. This cuts to gay dads. And
It's a really bizarre dream sequence.
It's
Peter
possibly gay
says-
dads or possibly gay brother-in-laws. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Although we don't know
Do you
where
think
the
the
twin...
dad of Angela and Peter slept with Dr. Crazy Bitch Wife, the dad?
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at there.
That's them in the bed.
Wait!
I didn't know that.
Wait! It's hit me!
Oh,
God.
yes.
What if they call the aunt, did they even give her a name?
And Crazy Bitch.
Aunt Crazy Bitch. What if they call her Aunt Crazy Bitch because that's what the dad has his gay lover call herself when she's dressed like the gay lover, so those two were together.
No!
And once that guy dies, right?
She's a
the
woman!
gay lover now cross-dresses.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's not a woman.
That's why I said at the beginning, like, is it the gay lover
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the
on?
other half. It's
No,
the other
it's
half.
not. She's a woman.
You don't know that.
And
You
what
said
happened to
yourself
gay
she
couple
had
guys?
very manly
Right,
features.
so the other half, what happens to him? He
But
throws
that-
on a wig.
No, what you're misunderstanding here is this is Peter and Angela.
Uh-huh.
Ricky, that's still Ricky's mother, is not going to be the cross-dresser. He would know that that's not his mother.
Oh, right.
We don't even know where Ricky came from.
Ricky came from that woman.
Where did either
that's
one
his
of them
mother.
come from?
Just saying.
So that whole cross-dressing thing just got sunk like the Titanic.
I don't
bring
think
that-
it did.
Don't bring that tragedy.
Yeah, it's
into
too
the
soon
podcast.
for that.
Is it too soon?
Yes.
103? 4.
Four.
104 years in the making.
1918.
1912. 1918.
Why is everything
All
1918?
the numbers are hard.
1912. April 14th?
I'm not changing my mind.
April-
On this, even if it is fact.
14th. Yeah, although you sent me a picture text today and said that
Oh.
you were at a barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois.
No, go
Like,
ahead. Go
Orca
ahead.
fat.
Oh man, how good's that? This guy was like fat. I mean, like worse.
You're a dick.
I have to read that.
I hope nobody reads that. It was rude and it hurt my feelings.
Next is capture the fucking flag.
Is it?
This is.
Are we sure?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
wait,
they even
we have-
took 30
so
seconds
how many
to-
people have died so far?
Well, did we get to the guy who died with the hornet nest?
No, we didn't even talk about that.
That's after.
Is it?
Is it after?
I don't
It's
know.
immediately.
I don't know. We've only had one death so far in this movie. Doesn't feel
It takes
slow.
a long time for the deaths to start, but once they start, they fucking roll.
Oh, I have a question here. We have
Oh,
the
there. Where did she get a beehive? It's right in the middle of. Okay.
a beehive that's
What do you mean she?
the size of a baseball but contains apparently
I don't know
1,000
the ending
bees.
yet.
I was asking him how does he know it's a girl?
Does the kid say he has to take a monster crap?
Yeah.
Or a monster dump?
He says he has to take a monster dump. He selects his Playboy, and then he goes to.
Well, she drops a baseball-sized bee nest.
Oh. It's a wicked dump.
Wicked.
Wicked, that's right.
I got that in my
I think
notes.
they're-
That's
I
that
think
New
they're
England
Boston,
thing.
yeah.
So
A wicked.
we get another. We hear a bunch of buzzing and there's no bees, but then we do get a shot of some flies, I think.
There's a couple.
But we get a couple good special effects.
I hear you
A
like
couple good effects on the
just crushing this movie. Do you have a
Crushing?
problem with this movie?
No, I really like it.
Oh, okay. They were bees.
But
they weren't
we
flies.
get Mel and the steroid counselor talking after this death, and they start mentioning that are people leaving the camp or are people dying off screen? And they're talking about moving the.
Yeah,
combining cabins.
Wait. Here,
Is
this is a little further down, but I have that
I didn't
exact
understand.
thing.
Is it off-screen deaths that we're not seeing? And like these kids are just getting picked off.
Yeah, I have
like crazy?
2 people have died so far. There's no need to conjoin this bunch together.
So I did a little bit of like research after the fact, and people say that Angela killed like 75 people in the first movie.
That's what it says in part 2.
That's why I'm thinking
Or at least
there's a bunch of
35.
off-screen deaths.
To this point, though, there's been like no
2
indication
deaths.
of that whatsoever, except
No.
got to combine cabins.
Then I thought, did parents find out about the first death and start pulling their kids out of camp?
That could be.
So we think that there are off-screen deaths,
There
or
has
are
to be.
parents pulling their kids out of camp. I didn't. It was kind of confusing.
I sent her home. Hey, I sent her home. I sent her home too. Don't be sending people home.
We get another gay.
Uncle Johnny's
I'm
not
Uncle-
approve.
We get another gay / and incest
Whoa.
flashback. It's true.
Queer. I think they referred to it earlier.
It is LGBTQ or something.
Keep your politics off the show, Tim.
Yeah. Fuck. We're not that kind of show.
Anyway, I have boobs twice in my notes, but there's no boobs in this movie.
There's absolutely
What is
none at all.
happening?
And I'm gonna give it a pretty good rating with no boobs.
We do get Judy.
Oh,
She has a
Judy-
sizzling cunt.
Yes,
She does.
I see when I.
You can't tell from that kill.
It's
yeah.
implied.
Is it implied?
Mm-mm.
If she's doing that, then why is the pillow still over her face?
Pleasure.
Whoa! First, Paul makes
Erotic
out with Judy in the woods.
You should-
Yeah, Paul does make out with Judy in the woods during Capture the Flag, and Ricky's like, "You bitch!
What's
You
her face?
fucking cock-sucking bitch!"
What's her face sees it though, Angela.
Yeah.
Does she care that Paul's
Well, 'cause
making
they're
out with
gonna-
somebody?
Yeah, she's pretty pissed.
They're-
Paul's got a
they're
dick.
playing-
Why does she?
They're playing Capture the Flag.
Maybe she's having
And
gay
Ricky has like
tendencies.
that great idea, and but he does say like, if once we do this, they'll never catch us, which kind of implies that he knows what's going on with Angela.
During Capture the Flag, he meant. He'll never catch us.
Did he?
Yes.
Is that what he meant?
Yes.
We don't know that.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
slasher movie. That's what he meant.
Are you saying there's no
Yeah,
more depth?
there's no double meaning or depth.
Not for this part of the movie, no. I'll let you know when the depth comes.
It does? Okay.
You know, we talked about this earlier. I watch the hardest out of anybody on the show.
That's
Watch
true, your
harder.
eyes are on that
is your
screen.
tagline.
Yep.
That's right.
Watch
You couldn't
harder
see the
next
road, and that was back in episode 3 when you couldn't see the fucking road in Blair Witch Woods.
Well, I'm sorry,
Do you
my
like
eyes
Blair
were
Witch Project?
painted-
Have you ever seen Blair Witch Project?
He's probably never seen
I've
it.
not.
He probably would like it though if he likes Pontypool Woods.
Oh,
pretty boring.
What do those two
Nothing
things
to
have to
do
do with
with
each other?
That was very boring.
But Blair Witch
Well,
is like
as
all
people-
found footage.
Does anyone here play Pokemon Go?
No, and it's not happening.
No.
I thank Christ I missed that. Like,
Me
I was a few
too.
years too old
This
for
is
it.
for like 10 to 15-year-olds. That's it.
No.
And you?
No.
It's
And me.
for
Was that your
nostalgia.
generation?
No, fuck no. Yeah, it was
I
my
played-
generation, and no.
6.5 million dead, but holy fuck, there's a whatever Pokemon.
Well,
called.
there's Pikachu.
They were just.
It's the only one I know.
Weedle!
They were just. Used.
There's
That's
the,
it.
the fish dude from Smash Brothers.
No.
Alright, now cut. Okay, we're good.
And back to
Let's get back to the
Camp.
Sleepaway
Nobody
Camp.
knows what just happened in those 3 minutes of
We
silence.
don't need to repeat what happened. In the last 3
What
minutes.
happens in
Shit got weird.
the what do we
John's
call this
weird
room?
semi-basement.
What happens in the studio stays in the studio. No, you're
Paul
watching your
is
own
trying
water.
to apologize to Angela.
Because Angela caught him kissing Judy.
And meanwhile, like, Judy and Meg pick up Angela and throw her into the water. And
Somehow don't feel a penis on her back.
yeah, that happens.
Shrinkage. She was in the pool.
I was in the pool! I was in.
Got it. Also, Mel is accusing at this point Ricky
He's
Of
starting
doing
to.
the killing.
doing the killing. Yeah.
I'll find him. I gotta catch him. I gotta
Yeah,
stop
he-
him.
Yeah, after Ricky's been going to this camp for how many years? I assume Mel's been the owner for a long time.
Does
So-
Mel
Cut that.
You don't have to.
All right.
You just said real
Cut
dirty.
And pick it up now.
I
So
can't.
does
Nobody
Mel
knows
call-
what just happened in the last 20 seconds.
I can probably.
Does Mel call Ricky a peckerhead, or does Ricky?
No,
call
wait.
Mel?
Peckerhead's in this
Because
movie?
it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Somebody. Which way does it go?
Cocksucker and Peckerhead are in
Yes,
this movie.
I think it's Ricky.
I'm pretty
Ricky
sure
calls Mel
it just
a
went up
real
another half
peckerhead.
point.
Let me go, you peckerhead. I think he says.
It's another half
Yeah.
point in my book.
Yeah.
I love some good swearing.
This movie's so good.
This movie has a distinct cut from the second act to the third act, like a distinct cut. Because
Day
the
and-
third act picks up at
Day
night.
and nighttime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third act picks up where Meg's gonna go on her date with Mel. Judy's gonna stay in and make out with whoever fuck wanders in.
We don't know who it
And
is. It's definitely
It's
not
her curl.
Bill.
It's her straightener.
It's
Yeah.
definitely not Bill who was throwing a softball earlier in the game.
Angela
I
had
mean,
man
She's
hands.
not big.
No,
like
she's got.
she's real
Which are
skinny.
we talking
though.
about? Penis or muscles?
well, I'm asking this because
It's
up
hard.
next,
I don't know.
up
Like,
next,
it wasn't
Meg gets
hard.
stabbed through
It
a
was
plastic
shrunk.
shower wall.
that
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
that is ridiculous, but this movie's so good.
And the reaction shots of Meg are pretty good. She's like,
Well, she was.
We're not
humming.
there yet,
She's
are
not a
we?
musician
Yeah, we are.
either. She can't carry a tune.
Oh, the humming is so fucking bad.
Gonna sleep with Mel.
She's going to Mel's at 9.
He's gonna cook me dinner.
Or
Yeah.
9 or 9:30.
Or 9:30.
You
So I
think
guess
he
she'll
would?
show up at 9:15.
Do you think Mel's the original Bill
Oh,
Clinton?
this
He
is
would
what-
have
you
put
know
that
what?
cigar
I
up her.
feel like-
I'm gonna
Drop.
answer one of those questions that you had earlier. No,
How
I can't
vulgar can I
account
get
for
with it?
70 of them. But Eddie takes a bunch of young kids camping.
Oh,
They're
this is-
all slaughtered at the end.
Yeah,
They
it's
show
dark.
footage. So that's probably 10 more people. There was a bunch of little
That's
kids
right.
there.
That's right.
Could
That's
she
not
challenge?
70, but
Yeah.
Is Angela challenging Jason Voorhees for body count?
Jason sunk a whole boat and crushed a whole entire ship in
yeah.
space.
And Jason
So-
goes to Manhattan. He fucking
Sinks a boat.
it's 250.
We don't know how many people are on that boat, but it's a lot.
He is like
Jason
the
goes to the
iceberg from
Mid-Atlantic.
Titanic.
You didn't.
Damn it.
Somewhere, some body of water somewhere.
I mean,
I
I'm
do.
empty, but
Right?
I also had the question. Maybe you didn't hear me because you two were talking. Would Mel have Bill Clinton's Meg and stuck the cigar up her hoo-ha?
but he didn't inhale.
I bet he. You know what? He would have did it like those lollipops you get from those strippers. He would have probably like.
You know that from experience.
One time, you put a lollipop in your mouth, you hold the stick, and they kind of beat their beaver off your face. They ride it. But it's the same thing here. He probably like would jam the end that you
I feel like when
puff on
when Mel
upper hoo-ha.
when Mel
have that-
orgasms, he comes dust. That's what I feel.
You might be right.
Because he's up there.
He's
so,
78 at least.
And this was before Viagra.
It was.
So Meg's dead, and now
Shower.
yeah, in the
Knife.
shower and then with a knife.
Knife right through the back and the shower.
But the knife is the kid who's trying to beat up Ricky earlier. It's his knife, right?
Is it?
Oh, that would make sense.
Presumably.
Get it off the shelf.
Yeah.
So that would make you think it was maybe Ricky.
It didn't, but okay.
No, it just made me think. That
All right, smart
Angela-
guy.
I just figured Angela walked in and took the not hidden
Yeah.
knife.
It's,
Why do you think Angela's the killer? Because she's staring creepily.
I'm not saying they didn't try.
What makes me convinced is at the end there's only 2 people left, and they keep saying Judy and Angela are missing, and I'm like, are they
Those
trying to make
two.
Judy the killer? Because I just saw Judy die.
That's what I'm saying. It's just poorly written. I'm not saying they didn't try to make it a guess who, but they didn't do a very good job at all.
I don't know. I think it's either Ricky or Angela the whole movie.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, no,
I thought it was Paul a little bit.
You thought it was Paul?
You
Paul's-
did not.
Listen, Paul snuck up on Angela one time with a creepy POV view.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, are they
Is
just
he-
doing that to
oh.
throw me off?
Oh, stop.
But he's never around anyways, too. He's always off doing
It could have
something.
been that fat blonde kid.
Melvin.
Is that his name?
It sounds like he would
He reminds
probably
me
be
of,
a-
what's the kid's name from Caddyshack? The one who swimming, then he gets the Baby Ruth hitting him.
Is it the kid that picks his nose and eats it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
what
who
is
that blonde
guy's
kid reminded
name?
me of.
Yeah, he's the kid that gets picked on.
Yeah.
I bet you 20 eats it.
Dookie! Isn't that what he yells?
Oh, Caddyshack's.
Fucking love
Plug
Caddyshack.
Oh my
Caddyshack.
god, this is the longest episode we've
Plug
recorded in forever.
Caddyshack. Can you plug
We
something
do.
from Caddyshack?
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
We do finally get your felt mustache though.
Mm.
At this point.
It's so good. This is like a sabotage
You don't
video
wanna
for
ride
the
that
Beastie
thing.
Boys. Like,
Listen
that's
up.
the
Can you plug
quality.
Sabotage?
Best music video of all time.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you already plugged that once because we
Yeah,
said
we
he
did
was
do that,
sabotage on the show because he kept not
I'll
showing
do it
up.
again. I don't care.
That's the quality of prosthetics we have here that is going on.
So next up is Judy's death, right?
This?
It has to be. We're running out of
Yeah.
film.
There's a guy in the room with Judy making out, and Mel comes in, and Mel says something about you'll ruin your eyes in the dark reading like that, and then He leaves
That's
and
when
in
the- yeah.
comes Angela.
And in comes...
No, the boy.
The
leaves.
killer.
In comes the killer silhouette. It's definitely Angela.
The
Ben, for fuck's sake!
no, he dove
This
under the
movie
bunk
will
with
not be
Mel.
out on... This will not be out on Monday, this podcast.
Oh, absolutely not!
No,
Is it
no.
the first one or the second one where the guy literally calls somebody?
It's the second one, because I definitely have it in my
The guy's
notes.
like walking away, he's like,
We can leave that in too without a blank, because it's a quote.
I have
If
to play the
you-
quote.
If
Look
you
this up, I have to play the
watch
quote.
enough 80s slasher films, you're gonna
You
get
looked it up,
tons
is that what you
of-
said?
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
I'm
put it
sure.
in a newspaper, it has to be a quote from the person. It can't be a quote of the person quoting somebody.
Do you realize why
So-
he did so much research on this?
Because of you!
Wow, you're so rude. You can just bleep me out.
That is easier, believe me.
What?
Somebody gets me. Somebody gets me.
Okay, so now we get this awesome death.
Curling iron in the
False death?
vagina.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
It's
Somebody
funny
walks
because I
in.
have written really bad death scene.
Oh, really?
It is, and I'm going to tell you
It's
why.
not great.
You can't... I didn't even know that he stuck it up her pussy.
You
Because
have to read
It's
it.
implied,
But
kind
she's
of.
smothering her with
The
both
physics
hands.
are wrong.
With both hands. And all you see is Judy, like, her hands in the air and a pillow over
Like
her
the
face.
pederasser with his arms up in the air.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
At the same time, if she's gonna go out, being that she's been such a bitch this whole fucking movie, this is how I want her to go out. So that's why I take that
I
as
didn't
implied
think
and I
Judy
like
was-
this kill. It's
Listen,
it's a cathartic kill.
It's the
Would that
80s.
kill you?
And if
I
I
don't
was
even
Judy,
care.
I probably would have
Not
picked
everybody
on...
died.
Listen,
That's true.
if you went to this camp, wouldn't you guys picked on Angela too? She didn't talk at all.
Yeah,
I'd have been
I mean-
like, well, she's weird.
I live by the golden rule.
I do not fuck with weird people.
I.
They're the ones with guns.
Columbine
This
happened,
is
and
the
I'm like, I'm
80s.
out.
This is not. This was 83. People didn't have guns in 83.
No, but she had a bow and arrow.
Charlton
That
Heston.
fucking shit.
No,
happened.
because Ronald Reagan banned assault rifles.
Keep.
So while the politics thing
politics
is happening,
off the
off
show.
topic, but
Reaganomics.
John, I was watching a movie the other day on the projector,
Mm.
Donnie Darko, and you said like it's one of your favorites.
Oh yeah.
I would love to talk to you about that movie because it's one of those movies I seem to forget always like what happens until I watch it again, and like I've seen it quite a few times. And
Do you watch the director's cut one where you get all
yeah, it
the-
was the director's cut.
So it's
all
got
the
like the
extra
messages and yeah.
helping
and
you
the
out
book.
to get everything?
So what do you think's going on in Donnie Darko?
I know exactly what's going on.
Do you? Is it written? Like, can you find it research wise
Yes.
or?
Yep, that's how I know. When the engine crashes into his room, the
Yeah.
engine is called the artifact. Whenever the artifact misses where it's supposed to go, a timeline, which is normally just one thing,
Splits.
Where was it supposed to
Splits.
go?
So it's a.
It's supposed to crush.
He was
Donnie
supposed to,
Darko.
he was supposed to die at that
Oh,
moment.
but that he was
Now-
at the
But
he
golf
was
course that
sleepwalking.
night.
That's
Yeah.
that makes him something called the living receiver. He's the person who is supposed to influence the timeline going the way it's supposed to go.
Can I ask a
Because he
question?
wasn't there. Yeah, sure.
I raised my hand properly.
She did.
Is that what happened to the Sparrow lady? What's her name?
Roberta Sparrow was a living receiver, but
Yeah.
she didn't have to die. The living receiver does
We
not
went
have
to
to
Donnie
die.
Darko
I was
because I watched it.
It's
Yeah, I
just
was
that
gonna
Donnie
say Roberta
Darko
Sparrow.
happened to be in a position where he was supposed to die.
So okay, my question: at the end, when he does die
Mhm.
and resets time,
Time goes like this. Yep.
is Patrick Swayze still molesting children?
Yes. And they all know that this happened, but it occurs to them like a dream
Yeah,
or something.
I mean you get that with the one neighbor
It's
says,
such
"Did
a
you know him?"
realistic
and she
dream,
goes,
yeah.
Does S.
she's
Darko
thinking and then
have
says
anything
no.
to do with Donnie Darko?
No.
But
Hang on.
that really bothers me.
Don't
that Patrick
you say
Swayze's
hang on to me
molesting
when I just
children
jump
now
into
because
conversation.
He probably turns himself in, is what I assume, or he kills himself.
oh, he was crying in that one scene where
Yeah,
he was.
he either turns himself in or kills himself because it shows him crying.
I gotta watch this again though.
S. Darko
I haven't seen.
doesn't pay attention to anything that happens in this movie.
Okay.
That rabbit is supposed to be something called, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's supposed to be one of the things that pushes
So-
the living receiver to do what he needs to do
So
to fix
what?
the timeline.
What was Frank then?
Frank
Because
was,
we still see the bullet hole in the eye, but we don't
Frank
know what
is
it is.
one of the manipulated dead. He's the manipulated dead. There's the manipulated living and the manipulated dead, and he's one of the manipulated dead. He pushes the living receiver to do what he's supposed to do to fix the timeline. Now, S. Darko is like, well, that bunny rabbit was cool, and they throw it into S. Darko's movie.
Okay.
Completely abandoning anything Roberta Sparrow wrote in the book.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
S. Darko
Love that movie.
Made no
Donnie
fucking
Darko.
sense. Donnie Darko's one just.
It's Schmeeks' favorite movie, so I've watched it a ton of times. I'm
like
okay
it?
with. I like it a little bit.
That
I wish I could
soundtrack,
confuse.
man.
Yeah, I love
Soundtrack?
Tears for Fears. So
He doesn't like it.
I don't
Wow.
know what.
You watched it once, right?
have you ever
Donnie
been
Darko.
throat chopped?
I watched it once.
You've seen Donnie Darko once, right?
I've seen Donnie Darko like 10 times.
But you said you didn't like it.
I like it less every time I watch it.
Is there a reason?
No, I just do.
Just
I
do.
don't know.
I went the complete opposite. First time I saw him in
More
Nice
of-
one sucking
yeah.
fuck.
Every time I watch it, I'm like, I like this more.
It's got
more.
some good lines,
Vote Dukakis.
right?
But I mean,
I would have
I don't
never
know.
voted Michael Dukakis.
Something about it. Every time that I watch it, I just like it a little bit less.
Is it the throwing the emo at you? Like
There's a
with
lot
the
of emo
hoodie
undertones
and-
in it, yeah.
I still listen.
That's
to
why you guys like it
182.
so much, because you're both emo.
Here's the problem. You can find that skeleton hoodie in
Yeah.
Hot Topic. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Maybe that, yeah, they just
So-
took that and ran with it.
I listen to Blink-182. I fucking love Blink-182.
Blink's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you listened to
I
the
think
album?
we just dropped Enema of the
You
State
listened to
last
the new
week.
album?
No, not yet.
There's some decent songs.
I
I haven't
listen
listened
to
to the whole thing
Neighborhoods,
yet.
but
They did a town hall thing on XM Radio, and they played a bunch of new songs during that. So I heard 5 of them, I guess. It's pretty decent.
Mel beat the shit out of
that's
Ricky.
about to happen. Yeah.
He's
Like
about to
beats the shit out of him.
gorilla fist.
They
him,
assign
right?
jobs to the counselors, and
Gorilla
they
fist.
send one of the counselors out with a bunch of kids to go
This is
camping.
dark.
This is dark, and I like it.
Like this is like
Maybe.
Jason
Don't
Voorhees
start with
has
maybe.
morals. He won't kill children.
Yeah, when he goes
Fucking
to part 6, he
Angela?
doesn't kill him.
He doesn't care.
Massacres them.
Even in the next one, she kills an 8 and 12-year-old, or an 8 and a 9-year-old.
Why is this series not talked about more?
I don't know.
It should be.
That it's dark. Like
The first one's so
There's a lot of shit going on.
Okay, so the guy's taking the kids out.
Eddie.
Yeah, and Mel finds Meg's body.
is Eddie taking him out
Wait.
or another counselor?
Does Eddie?
Eddie's taking him out because he.
Is Eddie the guy who takes the kids out in both movies?
Eddie's-
Isn't there an Eddie that?
This,
Fuck,
do
never
kids
mind.
get taken out in the second one?
No, there's
No,
only 2
never
kids
mind.
in the second one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But Eddie takes them out because they like pull straws or something that because Meg gets the
'Cause
night
Meg-
off.
yeah.
That's why she's going, because they pull like names out of a hat or something, and Meg got the night off, so she's gonna go have dinner with Mel.
Eddie
No,
gets the
fuck
short
no.
stick and Meg gets the D.
Exactly.
Did they have a Viagra back then?
No. Or
Mel was
maybe.
gonna have a rough.
If they
night.
had Viagra back then, I bet it was fucking expensive.
So we made the Viagra joke like 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll make my joke.
And then we
again.
went like
Hey,
real
comes dust.
We went real
Wow.
Mel's one hell of a dresser.
I must not have been paying attention. So
I have Eddie finds dead stuff. I think the kids have been murdered.
Eddie didn't take him out. I think it was another counselor.
No, Eddie
The
took him out.
pillow's dead.
I have right here.
Oh, he
you
left
Eddie
them.
takes kids.
He left them.
left
The
them.
2 kids wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Or
They
go
probably
back to
pissed their
camp.
pants.
So he left them, and Angela fucked him up.
I watched this on my phone, and I had to look at it for a really long time to figure out what I was looking at. He like threw up, and then it cuts back, and I'm like, what is this? What is
Who was throwing
It
up?
looks
Eddie.
like a bear ripped up a campsite.
Yeah,
But
what-
it's
what
just the kids.
Oh, there's children in those sleep. Oh, they're
They
dead.
basically
They're all
took
dead.
like head shears and just
Oh,
packed
yeah?
up sleeping
Oh
bags.
yeah,
Ketchup.
there were no. I didn't
Yeah.
see a body for
No,
sure.
no,
But there was
there
at
was-
least 10
okay.
kids murdered.
So
So
meanwhile,
we get ready for the next movie.
after Mel beats the shit out of
He gorilla
He
punches
roughs
him.
him like
he beats the shit out of him.
Ricky.
It's like Stretch Armstrong. Like his arm should not bend that way.
He then wanders off to the archery range and sees somebody else.
Total Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
that
but
was
you know
my
what?
first thought too, and I don't even watch a ton of horror movies.
This looked good.
Yeah.
And also,
Comes out of nowhere.
in
No,
Friday
it's
the
just like-
13th, they don't show what happens to the person at the
Yep.
archery range.
I really
So-
wish that he would have picked the target up and held it in front of him though.
That would have been cool.
It can't
No.
be you, he says.
He just keeps.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
What?
like, it
Come here.
can't be you.
Well, yes, it can.
She should have. You think she whipped the dick out first?
Yeah.
And then shot him.
He
What
also-
if she did that every time she kills somebody? She's like,
There's also a scene where Angela tells
That's what the horn sense was hanging on. It wasn't a stick. It was her dick.
Angela tells Paul, meet me down by the lake
and he's
Lakefront.
like, hey,
and take your shirt off.
why
So,
not?
that's
she
happening.
starts unbuttoning,
Yeah.
and then
But
we
she
cut,
looks
right?
She looks like really.
Not happy about this.
Yeah.
Like, well.
It looks like she
yeah.
might have a penis. I'm not sure.
Do you think she's conflicted?
So
I don't think
I have noticed that Angela has maybe a shred of remorse
For killing Paul?
for killing
Yeah.
Paul
Because she
and
went.
for Molly
Who's Molly?
in 2. Is that her name, Molly?
No.
Yeah.
So
We don't even know if she died, really.
Spoiler. Ben
No,
didn't
that's what I
watch
mean.
part
Like,
two.
she's regretful.
What if Molly comes back in 3?
she doesn't.
She very well may.
She doesn't, guys.
What if they're tag team?
Different
Fuck!
camp.
What if
I
Molly-
haven't seen it yet.
Way to
Yeah.
spoil it! What if Molly and Angela were tag teaming people? There could be even more death.
Well,
on
I
the
thought
team.
maybe it was gonna be like one of those
Tag
like
team.
Even if they could have been scissor it. Well, no.
They
'cause
both have
Angela-
penises?
No.
Scissor Sisters. Just-
Yeah, no, because in 2 she's got surgery.
Yeah, she's Pamela
right.
Springsteen now.
And I was
Bruce
no,
is
I-
proud too, I'm sure.
First of
Bruce got
all,
all the talent in that family.
I want to put a message out to the Springsteen family that none of y'all can sing. Y'all are terrible.
Are you saying you don't like Thunder
I
Road?
hate Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my god, I
John,
love
plug
With
Springsteen.
every
You took a train down a river called freedom.
inch of my body.
Plug that, John.
Love Springsteen.
Don't forget to plug that.
He
I
makes
like
my
Springsteen.
ears bleed. Baby,
Fine. Thunder,
I don't like that.
Thunder
music.
Road,
Thunder
great
Road
song.
is fucking fantastic.
Bought that on
Amazing
vinyl
song.
for $1.
Yeah.
Thunder
His
Road.
jeans are
Me
way
too.
too
Nebraska,
tight.
one of the best albums
He's
ever.
New Jersey street trash like Bon Jovi.
Different than Bon Jovi, completely
He's New
different.
Jersey. I like Bon Jovi more than I like Bruce Springsteen.
Nebraska, great album.
What's on that?
Street trash.
Badlands.
Open all night.
Ooh.
Open all night.
Yeah.
I could
No,
name.
that doesn't register.
I could
with you.
name
It's my favorite song on
100
the album.
artists
Like-
right now that are better than Bruce Springsteen.
You are a fucking
Go.
liar.
ACDC.
Oh, get the
CCR.
fuck out.
I lost
ACDC is better. CCR.
I lost track at 2. CCR's legit though.
CCR is great.
ACDC's better than
That's
Co-
the only
Cosmos
vinyl I own
Factory,
besides
fucking
Pink
great
Floyd
album.
is CCR. That's all
Pink
I got.
Floyd.
CCR.
I'll play my judges. Pink Floyd.
Oh,
Still isn't
yeah.
Springsteen.
Tom
Oh
Petty.
yeah.
Who? Tom Petty's better than
Do
Bruce
I'll
some
take
new
Tom
Tom
Petty
Petty?
over
Do you
Bruce
listen to new Tom
Springsteen.
Petty?
No.
The new
I like
shit's
Petty's
fucking good.
voice, but he doesn't
I like
have
all his
the...
old shit.
The
though.
last one I listened
Hypnotic,
to of
like
his-
the one from like 2013, Hypnotica, it's fucking excellent.
The last time I listened to his was The Last DJ. That's a long
I might have to
time
check
ago.
it out since
Oh,
I
yeah,
listen
it's
to
like-
YouTube all day.
2000,
Yeah,
that's a while ago.
It was great. It's a concept album about
I like
music being, or the radio stations being taken over.
I
I
like
don't
Petty's
like-
voice, but he's no songwriter compared to Springsteen.
Let's get to the point.
Springsteen
Oh,
can
no,
tell a
that's
fucking
terrible.
story, man.
Yeah. That's what I mean, the songwriting capabilities.
Hey, John, just fuck it. Just don't even edit this.
Just put up a 2-hour episode.
Dude, just post it and don't say anything. People are gonna be like, what the fuck?
There was some shit she had said in this episode that probably shouldn't air.
Yeah, edit that.
You know what, guys? We are at the edge. We are at the precipice of the end of this movie.
We're right there.
Alright.
Angela is touching Paul.
Yeah, they find
Sort
Angela
of.
naked on the beach. Who's the guy in the shorts?
Ronnie, my favorite
Ronnie.
camp counselor
Well,
of all
that's it.
time.
We also-
He's concerned, he's not rapey, he's got really short shorts.
I hope he's
Perfect
wrong.
combination.
I hope he's wrong.
You're
That's all I'm saying.
I
They
find
find
Ricky...
Ricky-
Kevin could swim. I hope I was
I
wrong.
hope I was wrong. He does have a lisp, doesn't he?
They find Ricky. Ricky's still alive. He survived the monkey beating.
He's got blood on his
Oh.
nose.
I thought you meant Paul. I was like, Paul was decapitated.
Yeah,
He did not
Paul
survive.
did not need that kind of ending.
No, but
It was
Paul.
bad.
Yeah, Paul does not
We're
survive.
fucking... She thinks she was skull fucking him.
Sawing it off on his blower.
Maybe.
No, decapitated him and then just took the head.
We
Oh,
cut.
I hope
I'm so
so.
hard I could cut spine.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
All right, so we cut back to another flashback where we see what really happened here. What happened was Peter was adopted by an aunt after surviving the boat wreck from the beginning, and the aunt gave him a sex change to make him into her.
She always
And-
wanted a...
Did she
She
actually
didn't
want her
really do
daughter.
a sex change. She basically just said, "You're
She
a girl
convinced
now."
him.
Yeah.
Bought him an outfit.
Yeah, she's like, you won't do it. We already have a boy. I need a girl.
Yep.
Angela. Angela.
No, you were brought by the angels.
Yep.
That's
And
why Angela.
then we get a hissing boy
She
on
stands
the
up
beach.
with Paul's head, drops it,
Fuck.
and there is a hissing
boy.
A very hissy.
Angela with a bushy
That's-
wiener.
That's a fucking.
Why
weird
is she
ending.
hissing? She's still a human.
That is weird. It is fucking creepy.
You'll never forget that end
No.
of that movie. And it like green screens her a little bit too. It's not a green screens her, but like it fades to like that
It's like a
weird
green hue.
greenish hue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the 80s had.
Like the tornadoes coming.
And that's it. The
Aw.
movie ends. That's it.
Oh,
I have Angela, a boy.
Angela
What?
is a boy? Who would have guessed that?
I have sex change out of nowhere. It's not
Should've
really
just
sex
said
change.
dick
That's
out of
bad
nowhere.
verbiage, but
Dick out of nowhere.
The
Dot, dot, dot.
So I have to ask,
question
like,
mark?
some movies have like the fuck count, like The Big Lebowski, like they say fuck 254 times or whatever. Is there an Angela count for this?
Angela.
Hey Angela. Hey Angela. Hey Angela. Why are you such a bitch, Angela? Hey Angela. Fuck you, Angela.
How many? Can you keep going?
They did.
They went to make sure that she didn't know she was Peter.
How about I just copy and paste what he said like 15 times? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
God.
randomly put it
Please
through
don't.
the podcast, dude.
Angela.
All right, who wants to go first on this one?
I always go first.
Ben, go first.
So
We'll go
keep
round
up the
table.
tradition.
How about the new fucking guy, the FNG?
Wait,
How about
do
you
we
go
want to make
first?
a good sandwich or a bad sandwich?
Do we get Angela sandwich?
Yep.
I don't know. Fuck it. Ben, go first. You're to my left.
Motherfuck.
I'm gonna stick
I really
with it.
like this movie. I've probably seen it. I think this was the third full watch, and I like it better every time I see it. There's something endearing about how cheap these types of movies are. It really is. It's so bad it's good, and I think that term gets tossed around too much. But this really is so bad it's good. It incorporated great slasher elements to it. Although I didn't fall for the guess who.
Here we go. You must have read about it because it shocked the world.
That boat scene is one of the funniest hysterical things I think I've ever seen, and I just love that kind of shit. It's bad acting. I mean, you can't talk this film up. The script is terrible, but the steroid counselor, what's his name?
Ronnie.
He's hysterical in this movie.
He's so good.
There are a couple lines. The conversation between Mel and the cop about whether the kid drowned or not.
Yeah. The guy's
And
like,
the cop goes, I suppose that's I forget what words he used, but it's lines like that. Eat that shit up.
It's pretty good.
I thought the kills were pretty creative. I thought the effects were really good, like the pederasser who gets scalded. The snake, because he was trying to show he claimed his water snake, to a girl, and we saw his water snake. Those effects looked really good. 8 out of 10.
All right, Tim.
So I'd never even heard of Sleepaway Camp before this. So it's one hell of an introduction.
It's one hell of an introduction.
I will admit, while I was watching it, my emotions ranged from so bad it's good to so bad it's bad. And at the time, I didn't really like it that much, but the more I thought about it after I watched it, for some reason I kept dwelling on this. The more I thought about it after I watched it, the more I liked it. And looking back, I kind of want to watch it again soon. Again, I'm not real familiar with with slasher movies and everything, but it was wildly entertaining. I'll definitely give it that. And the whole Angela being a boy thing came out of kind of sort of nowhere. On the one hand, it was a little bit it was set up well enough that if you were looking for it, I guess you could see it. And since I arbitrarily knew that there was a transgender somewhere in the series, I was half looking for it. So I guess that made it a little bit obvious. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
6?
It's
not bad.
I'm fucking uninformed.
6 is all right.
All right, John, what do you give it?
Thanks, Cobra. I gave it a 7. This is right on the line of recommend. I think I recommend this movie to anybody.
I recommend it just for the ending.
There's so many neat things in this movie, and it's actually kind of progressive because this wasn't a topic that was covered a lot.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, on the way over here we were talking about that. There was a lot in this that was really taboo then.
Yep. I mean, I don't want to throw... Incest isn't cool at any time, but transgender,
give it a few
gay,
years.
at this time in 1983, crazy.
Yep. And the kills were good. The effects were really good given the budget. Just keep talking, John. Just keep talking, John. The acting was kind of cruddy, but that's what you'd expect from a movie like this, and that's fine. That's all right. I mean, the acting and the plot really don't have a lot to do with it.
This type of movie isn't supposed to have stellar acting.
I don't know. It's just a fun movie. It's a fun 80s movie that I think gets overlooked a lot. As the series goes on, you start to find out that Angela's kind of a fun character. She gets to be a lot funner. So, yeah, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. Cobra.
No, like Cobra finish.
This is in my top 10. There's no boobs, but most of the characters, the actresses, are younger than 18 in this movie, so I'm okay with that.
There's no boobs, but there's so many pecs.
There are so many pecs and abs.
Pecs or peckers.
And wieners.
Both.
Turns out at the end.
Both.
And asses.
And I'm going to give this an 8.5. I love it.
Whoa,
It's fun.
This defeats your rule of no nudity.
They're all
nothing's above
underage.
Oh,
And the thing is, my
Judy
favorite
was
pair-
above 18.
I don't know if Judy was above 18.
Yes, she was.
We might have to look into that.
There was
if
accounts
she
where
was, she was
Susie looked like
close.
she was 70.
Yeah, Susie was probably the oldest one.
Meg
but
was probably 18.
She was like 35 pretending
They're
to be
close.
16.
But
There's too many
I'm
amendments.
still going to give it an
your rule.
8.5.
You can just change your rule.
I love it. I love Ricky's mom. She's so fucking bizarre, but she's hilarious. She makes me... She's in the movie in the first 10 minutes, and it makes me happy. For no reason whatsoever, because she's so crazy.
What a start. To the
Right?
movie, yeah.
I don't even care what happens from there. And then we get good effects with the boiling face. And then the beehive thing was not
Yeah,
that
that
good.
didn't work out as
That
much.
didn't good. And Meg's shower thing wasn't that good. But the snake coming out of the
that was
thing,
awesome.
the body was nice.
It-
The worst part about the shower was whenever she lunged out of the shower like 20 minutes after she was killed.
When
She's
Mel
just
came
like,
down there,
yeah,
she
no
just
reason, just
flopped out. That's fine. Sometimes I heard that corpses move 20 minutes after their death.
They also
For
shit
no reason
themselves.
ever.
Does anybody think that Mel fucked that
corpse?
I
I bet he touched her knife hole.
I really thought that was going to happen. There was so much other stuff
You know
here
he
that
went in
don't
there.
do. I really expected
There's a body in here.
But yeah, the thing is my favorite
Still
movie,
warm.
there's no boobs in that. But this gets an 8.5 for me.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's entertaining. And the first kill doesn't come until maybe 30 minutes into the movie, and there's not that many kills on screen, maybe
The
5.
murder.
Oh, Mel's kill too, by the way, the arrow, is a great cut shot.
There's also a nice ode to Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to see a little more of that in the next film.
So much
Even in the opening shot. Oh no, not this one, the next one.
Well, this is taking place at a camp. This is, 3 years after Friday
Camp
the 13th.
Arawak.
Complete with that weird dock that appears in every Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah,
But
the
square?
dock, yeah.
Yeah. Or the three-sided duck.
But definitely 8.5 for me. I love this movie. It's
Nice.
in my top 10.
I'm happy for that
So
rating.
do you guys want to do the email first? Or do you want to do...
We have an email.
We have an email.
Welcome to the email portion of
Is
the
this
show.
a made-up email?
Nope. This is from somebody named Alan Hicks.
Do we know Alan Hicks?
He's the guy who requested that we did what's
Oh, what's
to watch.
on? He wrote on.
Oh, he likes the what we've been watching.
Yeah,
watch,
what
yeah.
we've been
Nice.
watching.
Okay, he says, will you be reviewing other franchises as a whole, such as Halloween, or is the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise going to be it? Now, I did answer him, but go ahead, Ben.
I was not here for those franchises.
We want to do Halloween again.
We can do them again.
Thank you, because I really want to do it. I love that series, and I want to review it.
Old Ben, you're a failure. It's all your
100%
fault.
failure.
Yeah.
He didn't even show up for half of them.
No,
He's like, this is my favorite series. He showed up for 1 and
One.
2, the best 2, and then he's like, "Wah."
So, I'm so happy.
All right, is there a series that you want to do besides? I mean, we're doing Sleepaway Camp now.
Well, we did. Oh, Night of the Demons, maybe.
Is that a
so we can do
series?
that.
There's 3.
There's 3 of them in a remake
Oh,
of the original.
I don't want to do Texas Chainsaw because
No.
there's 9 of them, and they're all different. But I do want to do Jaws. There's 4.
Ooh,
I want to do Jaws.
I like that.
And I want to be the only person in the history of man to give a good rating to Jaws the Revenge.
I
will
haven't
be
seen
the
it since it
only
came
one.
out. I would love to see it again.
So those are the ones we want to do. I mean, I already answered him. I already sent him back an email.
Nice.
Well, then why'd you even read it, you dick?
Because I'm a moron.
What? Wait a minute. You're a moron because you read somebody who took the time to write in.
I know. I felt bad for not reading it immediately, so I figured I'd read it, and that's our answers. We don't know when we're gonna do anything. We don't know what we're doing after this, do we?
Well, my birthday's in August, so I should probably get to pick something.
Ben hasn't picked fucking shit yet, so you two work together and figure
What
out
are you
what
gonna
we're
do?
I'm glad
Arm
that you
wrestle.
just found this out.
Yeah.
I think we should arm wrestle.
You should absolutely arm wrestle.
We'll whoop your ass.
At arm wrestling?
Yeah. I've been lifting beer lately.
Oh, let's go. We do this on air.
This is the first on-air arm wrestle in the history of
I think it
podcasting.
is.
Because it's an audio podcast, it makes sense.
I'm gonna over the top you.
Okay.
Use your crappy little
Speaking
arm.
of whooping ass, Cobra won our last challenge.
He fucking cheated.
Ooh, can I have a beer?
He won 5-4.
He fucking cheated.
That's not true.
Can I
need
just
to
say,
see who are his likes.
have any of you fuckers even ever heard the Suspiria soundtrack? Fuck you. Cut
I
that.
told you.
Cut that.
Robin was going to vote for you, but I told her that would be a wasted vote
vote.
because it was only up to me and Ben.
She voted for you, didn't she?
She did. But your wife voted for you.
Fucking politics.
So the final score was 5-4-0. No one voted for Suspiria
Maybe
at
you shouldn't
all.
pick such obscure, weird shit.
Listen to it,
Whoa,
it's better.
You said my wife voted for me. Your girlfriend voted for you. Maybe you should marry her.
Do you know what happened the last time my wife voted? She voted for Wes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cobra's girlfriend voted for him. Wes's wife voted for Wes. My wife voted for Wes. So,
Do you
Cobra,
need
what?
a proper beer?
Nope, I got it.
What movie are you
Maybe.
making Ben watch?
I'm going to make Ben watch.
This is amazing, folks. If we only had video.
Oh, man.
Jesus. You gonna drink that beer?
Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this place. You know what movie that's from?
What movie?
Halloween 4.
Halloween 4.
Yeah.
I know, because it's Robin's favorite series.
Halloween?
I know that series through and through, and I even spotted Michael Myers driving on the wrong side of the vehicle in part 5 when he's chasing after the little kid.
Cobra, pick a movie.
Oh.
Every day, folks.
Wow, because you're so rude, I'm going to make you watch something awful.
Hurry up and pick it.
You're watching Swamp Thing, because Adrian
Oh,
both in it, and
fuck
she
it!
gets
God
naked.
damn it!
Ah.
No!
That's what you get for rushing me.
Oh.
Ben, and now because I have such a hatred towards Weaver, I'm going to give you something good.
Good. That was quick.
Have you ever seen House by the Cemetery?
Is that Fulci?
It is Fulci.
I'll let you
I
borrow
have
it.
not seen it.
Yeah,
have
we
it.
both have copies.
Is
I want
that-
you to watch that because
is
it's
that
got
just
some
part of-
sweet dubbing.
Is that part of the
Some
trilogy?
sweet, sweet dubbing.
Is that part of a trilogy?
Yes.
Is that in the middle, or is that the first movie?
They're not in order. It doesn't matter what.
It doesn't matter what you watch. Okay.
But it's got the best dubbing you're ever going to hear for a Bob.
Bob.
For
Just
Bob.
wait till you hear Bob.
All right.
But it's a good
I need to
movie.
borrow it
Like
off
the
you.
kills
I'll
are
give
good.
it to you, yeah. Alright, that's what we're watching. And then next week, when we do Sleepaway Camp 2,
There's a
you're
part
going to get in on
two.
this. So, and then
I am.
if you end up winning, you can...
Are we doing another contest?
Yeah, we're doing another contest in
Oh,
part
sweet.
2. I'll figure out what... Oh, you're going to... Maybe you'll be here for 4. If you're not here for 4, just send us an email and let us know if you win. Because I know I won't be getting any votes. Because
Maybe
my
you
wife
pick
fucking
something
hates
better.
me.
Tubular Bells is so good. I see you voted for him.
So, for him?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a song.
Fucking
not.
Carpenter's
It
better.
is.
Tubular
Let me
Bells
ask
is
you
better.
this.
It
Did you
was there
listen to the
before.
Suspiria
Listen,
song?
if you listen to Tubular Bells, you can definitely hear that the other two kind of ripped off from it.
Do you know why I don't like Tubular Bells?
Why?
Do you know who Alan Parsons is?
Alan Parsons Project?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He
why I
also
don't like
helped
Tubular
Pink
Bells.
Floyd produce their
Why?
albums.
Just
He didn't write it though, did he?
Tubular Bells?
Yeah.
I believe he did.
No, it's Michael somebody.
Michael Parsons.
Michael Larry Parsons.
Michael Larry Parsons.
That's his middle name.
That might be a possibility.
If you want to get a hold of us, horrorcastings@gmail.com. By the way, we figured out how email works. Check our website, and it'll give you a detailed video on how email
Or
works.
that it works.
Yeah.
What
And
happened?
you'll see. And
You told everyone to write in last week.
yeah,
and
right
let us know how
in.
the
Let us
email
know how
works.
email works.
Or the internet.
And I figured it out. I posted a video on how it works.
He did do
Did you
that.
black out when you're here?
I might have.
I think he does.
I don't remember telling people to tell us how.
Did you
email
listen to the
works.
new show?
Which is the? No, I haven't.
Happy
yet.
birthday to me.
I've been in training all week.
Happy birthday to me is actually, it sounds good. I'm going to
I listened to it.
compliment it.
That's
I
one of the
think it
best
was
jobs
good.
I've ever done. This will be one of the worst jobs I've ever done.
No, you make this perfect.
I don't have. I have a new job, people, so I don't have mindless podcasting time. I have to learn new shit.
I have the same
Listen,
job every
you're
day.
the only one here on 2 podcasts, motherfucker. You got all the time in the world.
I don't have kids.
Exactly.
We are almost at
Speaking
2
of
hours.
which,
This
you
is
need to learn to edit.
unbelievable.
This is unbelievable. This could be the greatest show ever.
My wife was like, "How long are you gonna be?" I'm like, "We only have 2 movies." It
My
shouldn't
wife
be
asked me
that
the same
long."
thing. I was like, 2 hours
Yeah,
tops,
mine
babe.
also asked me.
Well, okay. If you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting. We're on Twitter @horrorcasting. Email the show, horrorcastings@gmail.com. You can donate to the show, patreon.com/horrorcastings. You can get old shows. You can request a show. You can help us host a show. If you want to do the Cobra Challenge, you can also write into horrorcastings@gmail.com. We're still waiting for you, Daniel.
Alan? Is that who wrote it?
I was on such a fucking roll, you son of a bitch.
Alan! Tell Alan we'll send him a movie. Tell him
Alan.
The guy that wrote in.
Alan Hicks. I'm sorry, Alan.
Alan, tell him he fucking should do the Cobra Challenge.
Alan, if you write in, my favorite is what we've been watching, and I've been watching a lot of things. So if you write in again and ask us.
I have to piss, so while I'm pissing,
I have to piss too, but I'm not going with you.
Well, thank you.
Why don't you go with
back to back?
See, if you guys pee together, that'll be less time.
You can find us on iTunes, rate and review the show.
I mean, you guys don't have to hold each other's dicks.
We're going to do Sleepaway Camp 2 next week. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Thrill me.